Hey, this is Nathan from Amazing Freedom, and let's talk about whether you should take an Amazon loan. Amazon lending or Amazon loans is probably one of the most controversial topics when it comes to Amazon sellers and what you'll hear in forums and in groups and whether or not you should take it. And the reason it's so controversial is it really comes down to one of the main principles you hear in business, whether or not you should fuel your business by debt or not. Obviously, there's a lot of trouble that you can get yourself into by using debt, but on the other side of it, a lot of businesses are only able to grow to a high level because they use some form of debt or loans. So I want to go through some of the basic things that are involved with Amazon loans, some of the things you can expect through the process, and then we can talk about maybe why you should or should not take it. So when you see a Amazon loan pop up, you'll typically see it right in Seller Central at the top of your dashboard. You'll see some kind of loan amount. Now, what's interesting here is if you don't take the loan, it doesn't mean that you won't get another one. Actually, often the very same day or the next day when your loan offer expires, you'll see a new one show up, sometimes higher, sometimes lower. It's really just based on your sales history recently. So two of the biggest things that you want to look at right away when it comes to your loan is one, obviously the amount that they're offering you, and then two, the interest rate or the overall APR that's on the loan. When you're looking at the loan, you really want to look at the loan term that they're giving you, and usually it's going to be a 3, 6, 9, or even a 12-month term, with 12-month being the most common that sellers take when it comes to a loan. Something to look at that's important is going to be the total amount paid for your loan. So for example, if it's a $100,000 Amazon loan, typically at the end of the year, they might say, depending on the rate, you're going to overall pay maybe $112,000 on that loan. So the way that this works is they're going to break it down into a monthly payment that automatically gets deducted from your account. So just know that if you take the Amazon loan, it's going to get deducted right from your payout. They're going to take that. So let's get into some of the benefits of taking an Amazon loan. So one of the main reasons, or probably the main reason why sellers take an Amazon loan is because it's so simple. So once it shows up in your dashboard, you're literally going to be able to submit the application. They're going to review that, but typically then if they approve it, they're going to put the money right into your Amazon deposits. They're going to deposit to your bank account attached, and you're going to have that money sometimes within just a couple of days. Now, if you were to do the same process through a typical lending through a bank or something, they're going to be a lot more detailed in their financial review of your business. You're going to have to provide all kind of documents. You're going to have to show them your assets and what the income's been like. And so this process, if you've ever gone through a lending process, can be kind of tedious and be difficult and drawn out. Now, the disadvantage of the Amazon loan is you're going to notice that the interest rate is pretty high. This process is typically going to be a lot higher than most other bank loan amounts. And so that's one of the biggest reasons why you'll see sellers knock on Amazon lending. They're saying that the interest rate is just too high. On the other hand, other sellers say that the simplicity of it really just outweighs the cost. So that's going to be up to you and how big the loan is and how much of a process you want to go through. Some other things to be aware of that not all sellers realize is just because Amazon gives you a certain loan amount doesn't mean that you have to take that full amount. So for example, again, if your loan amount that shows up is $100,000, typically it's going to show you something like you can take a loan amount between maybe $5,000 to $100,000. So just because that full amount is showing up doesn't mean that you have to take it all. You might choose to take an amount of $20,000, $50,000, whatever you actually need. And that's probably an important thing to say, that just because the loan is there doesn't mean that you should take it. Really identify your cash flow needs and see what is going to help you be able to bridge a gap. And really, whenever sellers ask us about a loan and whether they should take it, number one, we say to be really careful to consult any kind of financial team that you have, definitely in your CPA. Make sure that you're looking at it as a bridge to gap a cash flow shortage. And usually if sellers have seasonal products, especially, or if you're gearing up for Q4, taking some kind of form of loan is the only way that you're going to be able to avoid going out of stock and be able to grow and snowball your business much more quickly. So ultimately, the question of whether or not you should take a loan is definitely going to be situation dependent on what your product is, what your needs are, what cash flow is looking like, and it's definitely not something to be taken lightly. But we know a lot of sellers that the only reason they were able to get to maybe 7 figures within a short amount of time is because they heavily leaned on the Amazon lending program and being able to very quickly get those deposits sent right to their bank, and then very easily being able to repay those just through their account on Amazon. There's obviously a lot more that goes into lending and loans. So if you have questions about this and what might be a better situation for you, definitely drop those in the comments. We'll do our best to see if we can help you work through that in your business and point you in the right direction or who to talk to help you through this process. If you like this video and you want more videos like this about selling on Amazon, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our channel. Hit that like button and check out the Amazing Freedom channel for more videos on selling on Amazon and building your brand to claim your freedom.